He knew the chemicals and the medicine industry more than anybody else in India did. In 1984, Hyderabad, Anji Reddy was making medicines for many companies using the raw ingredients and the active molecules. He knew the chemicals and the medicine industry more than anybody else in India did. And he decided on making medicines for others. And why did he decide? One of the major reasons for his taking this decision was the fact that the companies he was producing medicines for were charging a premium. This was not because the science was hard. This was because of the business model, and the business model assumed that the patient has no choice. He wanted to reverse it. However, not at the cost of quality. In those days in India in the 80s and the 90s, the regulations were not as strict as they are right at this point of time. So most of the companies who were the Indian manufacturers reverse engineered, found out the formulas and put the medicines into the market. Reddy's did a different story. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories had one question in mind: can we give these medicines to our own family? What he held high was not only the cost, what he held high was the quality. At a time when the quality was not a standard that was pursued like it is with the regulations in India, he made a commitment to do the quality. In 1987, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories were the first Indian pharmaceutical company to export a drug ingredient to the US, ibuprofen, and they got a pass from the US FDA. Within 3 years, Dr. Reddy's were supplying medicines to US, passing the FDA approval. All the other Indian pharmaceutical companies, most of them at least, watched and followed. So Sun Pharma, Lupin, Cipla, Aurobindo, all of them started following suit. They started chasing FDA for approvals, and the European regulatory clearances and the WHO pre-regulations. These resulted in an industry which was dominated by India. Today, more than 40% of the generic drugs consumed in the US is supplied by India. More than 25% of any drug consumed in UK is supplied by India. And in the recent COVID, Serum Institute manufactured vaccines more than anybody else in the world did. These were changes that Dr. Reddy's made in the field of pharmaceutical in India. Dr. Reddy today is in 66 countries with an employee strength of more than 24,000 and a revenue of more than 24,000 crores. This was Small Ship Big Impact, a Gestalt training's original. The shift, asking the question, can I give it to my family? Can I give it to my children? The impact, 40% of the generic drug in the US and 25% of all drugs in the UK. We'll come back to you next week. See you soon.